couple more things about me, just small things that you might not know. It's not on my bio in particular. I'm from Canada. You might pick that up as I'm speaking over the course of the morning, but I'm from Toronto, and winter and Christmas in Toronto is snowy, and I have a particular recollection of my mom throwing open the drapes of our front window in our home and saying, "Look, girls, it's snowing." And then she'd throw us out in the snow, and we'd be out there all day sledding and skating, and we'd come back absolutely exhausted, and our cheeks would be frozen cold, and it was great. It was just great. Another thing you might not know about me is that while I have been with QVC for 9 years as an on-air spokesperson and style expert for them, in addition to my work there, I'm currently launching a speaking ministry called Nancy Hicks Live, which I'm so excited about. And one of the things that I love to talk about is raising up people. And I will say, it's all people, but God has particularly given me women for this juncture in my life. So it's raising up women to be all they were created to be. Because let's face it, we women are amazing. We are fabulous. I mean, come on, what do we do? What don't we do? We're the heart of the family. We're the nurturers, right? We're courageous. We're beautiful. We got it all going on. We juggle balls. We spin plates. We do all of these kinds of things. And you know what? If a woman loves, she worships. If a woman champions a cause, she fights for it. If she gives her all. And if she lives for, she dies for. That's what a woman is. That's who a woman is. And I just quoted one of my favorite women who lived in the 1800s, and she was the international leader of the Salvation Army, General Evangeline Booth, who is an absolute hero to me. And she raised up thousands of people across the globe in the fight against the plight of the poor, and I mean the poor in every sense of the word. So that's what we women are all about. And you know, when you think about Christmas time, what don't we do? Seriously, think with me about all the things we women do to make Christmas magical for our families, or the holidays magical. We do the gifts. We do the parties. We throw the parties. We go to the parties. And in either case, you know what? We got lots going on. We got lots to do. We do the family visits, right? And that can be a tricky one, let's face it. We all know what I'm talking about. Honey, we were with your family those days last year. No, I think that was your family. No, they got that weekend. Well, I want them to have, listen, if you're single, you don't have to go through this. That's a perk. That's a perk. And you know, for 15 years, my husband, who was on the piano playing for me, Cam, who's awesome, by the way, give him a hand. I love that man. For 15 years, Cam and I trekked back to Toronto with our 2 kids. 15 years we did that, back to Toronto, and in the trunk of the car was all the gifts for the families. Both of our families are back there. All the gifts and all the stuff we'd packed, and the dog, which was not a lap dog, sitting on my lap. We did it all, you know. Back to Toronto we went. It always cracked me up whenever we'd go on a trip, but especially at Christmas, when the kids would be like, I'd get in the car finally, and all the work I'd done to make that happen, the kids would be like, Mom, why are you so stressed out? I'd be like, oh, I don't know why. I have no idea. But anyway, you know, then we started saying, a couple years ago, we were like, you know what? We're going to start having Christmas at our own home now. Our guys are off to college, and we thought, yeah, let's start to do some things at home. So then now we have family coming to us. And you know what that's like, women, right? We do the bulk of the work there too. So, you know, we get the house all ready, got the atmosphere set, change the bedding, get the food in. You know, there's a ton to do, right? And so I know one of the things I always struggle with a little bit is, you know, planning activities, because I want to have some things at the ready for people to do, but not too many, because you know what they're like. They're going to come with some of their own ideas, and then we women have to be flexible and nimble. And, you know, we do that pretty well. Pretty well. Let's see, what else do we do? Oh, I know. We decorate the house. We decorate the house and we do all the cooking. I mean, come on, let's think about that. How many bakers do we have? If you're a baker, clap your hands. I want to hear you. Yeah. I know you bakers, you're the precision people, right? You're the precision people. I'm more of a cook myself. I remember one time my mother-in-law said, Nancy, can I have a recipe? And I was like, sure. And I wrote it out, and she looked at it and laughed. She's like, honey, that's not a recipe. I said, yeah, it works. She's like, honey, there are no measurements on this at all. Because I'm more of a cook, you know. But I will tell you, When I first got married 25 years ago, 1990, I couldn't even boil water. And I'm not kidding. I couldn't even boil water. But I really wanted to learn how to do all of these great things, you know. And my first cookbook I bought for myself in 1990 was Vogue Entertaining. It's true. I still have it. I still have it. You know, I'm all about aspiration, so I was also into Martha Stewart. Of course, I forgot and didn't even realize that she had troops of people doing all the things she's got in these books, you know. But I'm trying to do all this stuff, and I'm trying to learn to cook. This is so true. I'm trying to learn to cook. I'm trying to do all these wonderful things, and, you know, just kind of plodding along, but I'm not crafty. I'm not crafty at all, and I'm certainly not into fine motor skills and detail and stuff like that. I don't do very well in that department. So around, I don't know, year 5 of our marriage, got these 2 little boys, and Christmas is going to be at my sister's house, who's single. She's a businesswoman. She's got some time on her hands, but she's a busy woman, like you guys. And so we're going to go to my sister's house, and it's Christmas, and we show up with our stuff and our kids, and we're standing at the front door, and there's this gorgeous wreath. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And I also noticed that she's built like a new fence, or there's like this new fence. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's lovely. What a great fence. So anyway, we ring the doorbell. Merry Christmas. She answers the door. And I'm like, Deb, I love this new wreath. She goes, thanks, I made it. Like, wow. And I said, hey, I noticed you have a new fence. She goes, thanks, I built it. And you guys, I am not exaggerating. Then I go into the house, I smell all the food, it smells amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh, it smells awesome, Deb. Oh yeah, thanks. You know, we're having this, and off she goes. And everything I noticed, the drapes, I made them. The pillows, I made them. She made everything. And so we sit down at the table, and I'm afraid to now comment on pretty things that I'm seeing, but I'm a very visually stimulated person. I'm afraid, but I'm like, there's the runner. She made it. I take off my napkin ring. She made it. My husband looks at me. What do you do? What do you do? And I'm sitting there with a kid at my ankle and one in my lap going, I do nothing. I do nothing at all. That girl, my sister Deb, that girl had it all going on. But you know, we women, generally speaking, we got it all going on. I'm telling you, we pull it together. We got it going on. We got it all wrapped up. And we do it all in heels.